it's time to take a look at something that I find frizzy musing. Yes, lame puns aside, we're going to be taking a look now at a few things that aren't really that needed to be looked at in depth. We're going to be taking a look at... yes, how old is Princess Cadance? I know the comics, they go into a deep lot of lore a lot, but I did state in the update video, if you haven't watched it, you can find it in the link channels, whatever. I did state that I wasn't going to be using the comics or any non-canon, or what's been said to be non-canon sources. And so, we're taking a look at how old is Cadance. The, well, formerly youngest of the princesses. We know that she was until Twilight came along. We also know that she was Twilight's foal sitter. And in the flashbacks we can see that she did look pretty young. What with having a tied back mane, tied back tail, and all of those young features. Ah, isn't she so cute? And we also know that she went on to marry Twilight's older brother, Shining Armor. Which means that since he was eligible for the Royal Guard, he has to be something of what, in human equivalent, about... anywhere from 20 to 30, let's say that's a good place. But now here's where it comes into something that's, I find, frizzy musing. Which I'm using the bad pun again of frizzy amusing. But still, let's not dwell on this. Let's look at how old is Cadance. Now I'm going to get it out of the way. The comics state that she is the former heiress and whatever to one other of the... whatever the Crystal Empire was. I haven't read the comics, so don't shoot me down for that. I know it stated that she's a descendant and that she is over 1,000. Well, it's not going to be that surprising to know that that's pretty much the conclusion I came up with. Even looking within the show's canon, it pretty much says that she's within the 1,000 bracket. I mean, this claim isn't from anywhere that hasn't got any evidence. I mean, there is evidence, we're just not going to go into it as in-depth as we would do in canon questioning. That stays for a different topic altogether. This is something that I just find frizzy amusing. I keep saying that. But yes, when we think about it, she has to be over 1,000, because using the same example we used in canon questioning...
There's a fourth, and you did not tell me this?
Yep, Tyrek didn't know there was a fourth, which meant he knew there were 3. Which meant that even though he was imprisoned over 1,000 years ago, Cadance, even if she was a foal at the time, would have had to have been born before Tyrek was imprisoned, for him to know she was existing. And that means that we can put her in a timeline before Luna was banished and before Discord was banished, or turned to stone I should say, which gives us a 1,000 year bracket. So yeah, short and sweet once again like the other video. Even though we're not looking that in depth at it, we can basically say that Cadance is over 1,000 years old, and it actually does show a lot more. Yes, I know, warning. There are spoilers here. For anyone who hasn't seen Friendship Games, skip to about, well, I'll put a marker of where to skip to. But, are you gone? Is everyone that skipped and people that are staying? Good. Well, it can be assumed that Cadance does look a lot older than she is. If you've seen the preview clips or any spoilers of Friendship Games, you know that she is the Dean of Crystal High Prep. And you also know that in that she looks pretty old. In fact, a lot older than she looks in the show. And now I know there's probably going to be some commenters going, but the show and the movies aren't canon, that's also been said. Well, yes. But I'm using merely a picture representative, and it is closer to the show than whatever comes in the comics, because we know that they're a separate canon entirely. So yeah, we know that Cadance is over 1,000 years old. But now I'm going to leave with one awkward scenario. Right, let's look at this in an awkward bit. Age aside, one other thing that I just find funny is if we consider Shining Armor to be 30, he's still going out with someone more than 10 times his own age. I mean, she's older than probably Twilight and Shining Armor's great-grandparents. You know, I seem to find myself getting attacked a lot in all of these videos I do. I'm not a bad person. I just find these things interesting, and it's something that's overlooked. People can glance at it. But I find it funny that Shining Armor is now going out with someone and is married to someone who's older, or probably spoke to, or knew of, his great-grandparents. Really? You're doing this now of all times? Ah! I really need to stop getting assaulted and boost up security on this place. Right. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.